covered two laws there, the Boyle's law and Charles' law. Today we will be learning some parts of Charles' law, and after that we will learn about Gay-Lussac law. Then we will learn about the Avogadro's law. Then we will combine all the laws, and then we will learn the ideal gas equation. Okay, we'll learn the ideal gas equation. So there are a few things that we have to still write about the Charles law, and I think Asma, she can join in. So more today I will ask initially all the questions to Asma only, okay? Just to check that if she is understanding or not. Otherwise, I will have to take a class with Asma tomorrow.
Okay. I just joined. This is my first chemistry class, so
I know
don't
that.
have an idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. But my thinking is that students, I mean everyone, if I'm teaching someone, if I ask them correct question, they will tell you the answer. Okay. So I will be asking you an answer. Whatever comes in the mind intuitively. Hai
Okay.
So you just answer me those things. You just answer me those things. Hai na?
Okay,
This is not very tough. Not very tough.
Okay, sure.
So थोड़ा सा preamble type का हो जाए. So volume is directly proportional to temperature. Yes or no, Asma? If I heat something, it will expand. Yeah, it will expand,
Okay.
right?
Yes, sir.
Anna, just trust your instincts. If you think it will expand, then just say expand. If you don't think it will expand, then I can explain it. So I hope you will agree that it will expand. That means its volume is increasing as we increase the temperature. As we increase the temperature, as simple as that. This is the Charles law. There are a few points that means some things should be constant, but we will worry about that later. Okay, so and whenever we have to remove this proportionality sign, I have to write a constant. Now, just to maintain the order, I will write K2 here because this is the second constant that we are dealing with. It's equal to T, which is equal to T. Okay, and we can see that it is y is equal to mx type of graph. So I will make a graph, and I think you will agree with that graph. So all of you can write the graphs. Okay. I know you guys have done the graph, but there is something new here. Graph of Charles law. All of you draw this graph, okay? So Asma, this is a graph for Charles law. Fine. Here we, in the y-axis, we report the volume, and in the x-axis, we report the temperature. And this temperature will be in Kelvin scale. Temperature will be in Kelvin scale. Okay. Now, Asma, look at the graph, and can you please turn the mic on?
Yes, sir.
So as you can see, if I have this temperature, the volume is here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And if I look at this point tells me that if the temperature is increased from here to here, the volume will be increased from here to here. So obviously it is agreeing with our intuition, right? If I am increasing the temperature, the volume is also increasing, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, fine. Now let us. So this particular graph, it is plotted. This particular graph, no, this is plotted keeping the pressure constant. So let us say this is P1. So while we were changing the temperature, so volume was changing, but the pressure was constant. We kept it constant. Okay. Now we can draw a similar type of graph. At some different pressure. Right. So we change the pressure to something like P2, and then again we change the temperature, which consequently change the volume of the gas. Now just stroke wise, remove this, and we can add one more here. So this is P3. Now we will think in terms of what should be the order of P1, P2, and P3. Okay, it should be higher, P1, P2, because these things are constant. I mean, for this green graph, the P1, the pressure is maintained as P1. For the red plot, we have the P2 constant, and for the yellow plot, there is some pressure P3 which is constant. We will now think about where will be the pressure higher and where it will be low. Okay. Okay, Asma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how we do this? We first of all make a line like this. We make a line like this. I think I'm choosing the right thing. Now I have got a few points. First point, second point, and the third point. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Let us say that this is our temperature T. This is the temperature T. And here we will have some volume, which is, let us start with here. Here we will have some volume, which is V1. This volume will correspond to V2. This volume will correspond to V3. Any doubt till here?
No, sir.
No doubt, fine, no doubt. Now tell me, can you tell me what will be the order for V1, V2, and V3? Which will be the largest? Just look at the graph and imagine what numbers could I place in V3, then V2, and V1, which will be higher. Yes, Asma?
V1 is more than V2 is more than V3.
It's more than V3, fine. Okay. What about temperature at these points? The temperature are same at all of these points, right?
So it's constant.
It is constant. The temperature is constant. Okay. And think about, if you, I mean, obviously you think about something which is very big volume, it has some temperature, then there is something which is small in volume, and then there is something which is very small in volume. But the temperature are same here, T, T, and T. What do you think the pressure will be? Where will be the pressure highest?
I'm not sure. In the starting, the pressure was set to be constant, right?
Yeah, but these are different boxes, right? So this P1 is constant for this whole graph. And here you will have, this is P1. I mean, in these points, the pressure is constant. Okay. Then in these points, there is some other pressure which is constant. So we took a gas, set the pressure as, let us say, 1 atm, then increase the temperature, then plotted the green graph. Are you following? Yeah. Okay, so I'm just giving you an analogy. Just imagine that these are 1, 2, 3 sections. Okay. These are 1, 2, 3 sections. I'm saying the children over the year are constant in the A, B, and C, that 1, 2, and 3 section. In the A section, overall, there are 50 students over the year. In the second, there are 60 students, and in the third one, there are 70 students. So you understand that pressure is constant, but it is different for each of the cases. Asma, you got this point?
Yes,
Now, okay, now you will tell me where will be the pressure higher. Don't think about in terms of graphs and chemistry and whatever you have learned. Think intuitively. What does your mind say? Think about a very big balloon in which you have some temperature. Then think about the small balloon, and then you have increased the temperature there. And in the third balloon, you have, it is very small, and then you have increased the temperature of the air, the third one also. And tell me where will be the pressure highest? What do you think? I mean, those people, I'm not asking by name, they can answer in chat. But Asma, you have to tell me on the mic. Asma, आप सोच पा रही हैं? Can you imagine these things? Okay, you're not audible now. Yes, Shravya, you're going in the correct direction. So I think you can tell me, Shravya, in the chat. Yeah, correct. In the chat, you can tell me the order for pressure, P1, P2, and P3. Asma, are you there? Asma seems to be. Yes, Hamza, correct. Shravya, correct. What about others? Hiba, Khalid, Irfan, Salman. Yes, Asma. Think, Salman, think. No, Asma, you're not audible. I mean, even your mic is off. Now mic is on, but no, you're not audible. No. Hiba, she's not audible, na? Yeah, Hiba, can you hear Asma?
No,
No,
sir.
no, okay. Asma, just rejoin. It would be better if you rejoin. Maybe sometimes it happens in Zoom. Okay. Yeah. Please think about it, and those students who have done the previous class, please think this about these volume in terms of Boyle's law. You have learned the Boyle's law, right? Read the Boyle's law and tell me the order. Salman, especially you. Mohammad Irfan, you also think about the Boyle's law and tell me the order for pressure. Yes, Salman. Yeah, Asma. You're still not audible. I can see that your mic is on, but you're still not audible. This is bad news. Yes, Irfan, correct. Acha khair. Asma, it is fine. You can write the answers in chat, okay? You have to message Salim.
Sir, I sent you the answer. Am I correct?
आपने कहाँ भेजा? आपने तो नहीं भेजा. Khalid, you tell me, are you correct? Read the Boyle's law that we have learned. And Asma, I'm asking you, can you imagine these things? Yes or no? That large volume, then yeah, you can imagine it. So what do you think the pressure will be? Where will the pressure be highest? P1, P2, or P3? Don't look at. Yes, Asma. Temperature is to T3. Temperature is same everywhere, na? In all of the boxes of gas. Asma. The volume is changing.
Yes, sir. Now I sent the answer.
Now you sent the answer. आया नहीं अभी तक, आ जाएगा. And yeah, I received that. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Correct. Asma, I don't think it will work if you can't. If I can't hear you. Asma, you can do one thing. You can check the mic. Yes, I heard something. Still nothing, Asma. Sorry. I can hear some background noises, but not your voice. I don't know why.
You can't hear me?
Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
So what you were telling about the temperature is the same only, na? The volume is different.
So because so pressure in 3 should be the most, right? Because volume
Pressure.
is
Very small and temperature is, I mean, constant here. So yeah, you are correct. You are correct. So you will have pressure is P3 is highest, then P2 and then P1. Okay.
yes, sir.
Right. Fine. So this is what this is. The graph of Charles law. So even though have you started gas laws in your school?
No, sir. We went
No. So
for S block. That's why.
you went where?
S block elements.
S block elements. Oh, okay. So even though you did not learn about gas law, this was the first time, and you don't even know the Charles law, you have not written about it, but you can still answer. This is the way. I mean, anyone can answer. Okay, anyone can answer because it is very intuitive. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, but after from here you can start learning. Right, the Gay-Lussac law, everyone. The third law is Gay-Lussac law. This gives the relationship between pressure and temperature. Okay, write with me. Write with me. At constant volume, at constant volume, the pressure of a fixed amount of gas, the pressure of a fixed amount of gas, varies directly with. Achha, by the way, the previous student, all of you understood, na? The graph that we drew. Irfan, Salman, Hiba. Yes or no? Hiba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about Salman and Mohammed Irfan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I saw your answers. Obviously, I saw your answers. Varies directly with the temperature. That means pressure is directly proportional to temperature. If I increase the temperature, the pressure will obviously increase. And to remove the proportionality sign, I have to insert a constant that is called the K3 constant into temperature. And hence P upon T will be equal to K3. Hence P1 upon T1 will be equal to P2 upon T2. Okay. For a fixed amount of gas, if we are changing the temperature from T1 to T2, the pressure will change from P1 to P2, but the ratios of pressure and temperature, they will be a constant because P by T is a constant, for a fixed amount of gas. Okay. P by T is a constant for a fixed amount of gas. Write this down. Let me know if you're done. So Asma, you can.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. So no one is writing.
Yeah,
Is
done,
there
sir.
anyone? Done. Okay, fine. Now again, we will write the graph. Now in graph, we will plot pressure against temperature. We will plot what? Pressure against temperature. So let me write here first. This is pressure. This is again temperature in what? In Kelvin scale. It will be in Kelvin scale. What is constant here? What is constant here? The volume is constant. So in all of these plots, the volume will be constant. So here you will have V1, V2, and V3. Okay. So again, you will start always like this. You will make a line. And as you have made this line, you will get a few points. So you will mark those points. And then you will compare the pressure P1, P2, P3. Okay. So here you will first of all compare the pressure And then pressure will give you the answer about the volume. Write this down. Let me know if you're done.
Done, sir. Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Okay, fine. Tell me the answer now. Okay, I'm giving you the options. V1 greater than V2 is just greater than V3. V1, V2, V3. V1, V3, V2. V1, V3, V2. Ravya, you can explain whatever you have chosen now. You can explain it, right? Yes, Shravya. Just,
Yes,
I mean,
typing in the chat box.
No. I'm not asking you to explain it. I'm just asking, can you explain it? Yes or no? If you can explain, that is fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm waiting for others. Shravya se raha nahi gaya. Shravya, you have computer science now? Where you learn computer science from? From
Yes,
school only
sir.
or something? So where do you learn CS from?
Sir, school.
School only? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you like it or?
Yes, I like it.
Okay. Okay, Asma. Okay, Khalid. Khalid has given me an answer. Okay, Irfan. Okay, Hamza. Asma, can you tell me the order for pressure, Asma? P1, P2, P3?
P1 is the greatest, P3 is the least.
Okay. P1, P2, and P3. Fine. Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now tell me, what do you think about the volume?
Volume is most in in 1 and least in 3.
Least in 3. Why?
Yes, sir.
Why is if I increase the pressure, so let us see like this. Which will have more pressure? If they are both having same temperature, which will have more pressure here? A or 1 or 2?
2.
2 will have more pressure, right?
Yes, sir.
2 will have more pressure. That means if pressure is higher, the volume is lower or higher?
Lower.
Now tell me, which option?
B.
So you understood it, right?
Yes, sir.
I think you answered A.
Yes, sir.
Hai na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So V1, then V2, and then V3. Temperature is not changing, Khalid. Temperature is the same only, na? See all these points? Temperature is T only. So we have to refer with pressure and volume relationship. You have to deal with pressure and volume relationship. Okay. Yes, now you're correct. Fine. Now write a remark. This remark is the practical applicability of the Gay-Lussac law. Okay, the practical applicability of Gay-Lussac law. In summers, the temperature increases, and not only the temperature of our environment and surrounding increases, the temperature of the gases which is present in the tires of vehicle, it also increases. Okay, please write in summer. As the temperature of air in tires of vehicle increases, the pressure inside tire also increases. The pressure inside tire also increases according to Gay-Lussac law. According to Gay-Lussac law, this leads to bursting of tire in summers. Bursting of tires in summers. Asma, is there any Omicron case in Doha or Qatar?
Haven't heard about it, sir, but we're taking precautions.
You're taking precautions. School is online or offline?
On offline.
Offline, okay. Some of my relative, they want to come from Qatar to, India, like this month only. They had to come in 2020, I think also. But they were like, in 2020, obviously you cannot travel. But now they are like, देखा जाएगा, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. But we want to come to India. What about you guys? Sharavya, anything in Oman? Have you heard of anything in Oman?
I'm not sure, sir.
I'm not sure. Okay. Hamza, what about the kingdom? Kingdom takes very much care, I think.
Well, they already-
Yes, sir. Here it is like that.
But there is no cases? Or
There is
have you heard of?
No, never heard of that.
Never,
one
never
case
heard
is
of.
there. One case is there in Saudi Arabia.
One case is there in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Okay, Salman is
recent-
not
I even
available.
don't know
One
what
case.
is that.
Acha, you don't even know what is that. You don't know about the Omicron
No,
variant.
like I have heard this name, but I don't know what is that.
अरे जैसे
Didn't do
Delta
any
था ना,
research on that.
अच्छा जैसे डेल्टा था ना, you have heard ना डेल्टा वेरिएंट हमसा
Yes, sir.
हाँ ना, तो वैसे ही ओमिक्रॉन है. So it is another variant. जैसे इंसान दिन मतलब after each day we change ना, तो वायरस भी चेंज होते रहता है. And we call that mutation. In humans we call that learning. We change by learning, but viruses they change by mutation. Asma, by the way, what subjects do you have?
So MPC with engineering graphics.
MPC. PCM ना? अच्छा.
Same thing, yeah.
PCM with engineering. So you are another student who has engineering. There is one more student, I don't remember his name, who had engineering. I was very surprised when okay, that was Savio. Savio is not here. Engineering graphics, they ask you to make different shapes, right?
Technically, yeah.
Drafter
Basically
वगैरह use
layout
करते हैं.
of buildings or
blocks, etc.
Acha. So are you interested in architecture?
Not really.
Okay. So, okay, all of you understood this point? Yes or no? This remark?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
write a question. Now write a question. A closed rigid chamber. A closed rigid chamber. Closed rigid chamber. Oops, I don't want black. Contains hydrogen gas. Contains what gas? Hydrogen gas. When the chamber is immersed, when the chamber is immersed, when the chamber is immersed in water bath of melting ice, water bath of melting ice. A melting ice will have 0 degree Celsius. It will have 0 degree Celsius. The pressure was measured to be. The pressure was measured to be 107 kilopascal. 107 kilopascal. What will be the pressure when temperature of gas is raised to 100 degrees Celsius? 200 degree Celsius. Now, as you can see in this question, they have not written anything what is constant here. We have to identify what is constant by looking at this statement. In the statement, they have given us a very useful information, a closed rigid chamber. Closed rigid chamber. Right? Now, when something is closed, that means nothing can come inside and nor anything can go outside. That means the amount is constant. Amount is fixed. If something is rigid, it cannot expand, neither it can contract. That means the volume is also fixed. Now, if you see the fixed things, now you can identify which law. So amount is fixed and the volume is fixed, then obviously it is what? The Gay-Lussac law. So we'll be applying what? Applying Gay-Lussac law. What is changing here? The temperature is changing from 100 degrees Celsius to, from 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. And at 0 degrees Celsius, the pressure was 107 kilopascal. Now you have to calculate what will be the pressure in 100 degrees Celsius. Now, first of all of you will tell me, the pressure will increase or decrease? If I go from 0 to 100, the pressure will increase or decrease?
It will increase.
Increase, yeah? Asma, what do you think?
Yes, sir, it will increase.
It will increase, right? It will increase. Okay. Now I have initially, this is the chamber, and then you have this chamber. I mean, obviously, it may look like, yeah, this is different, quite different. You can identify it as different. I think it's better if I just copy and paste that thing. So you have this chamber, and this is the initial phase, and this is the final phase. And in between, what we are doing, we are increasing the temperature to increasing the temperature. Okay, so this was 0 degrees Celsius, and this is 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius. But one thing that is same, that will be same, is that this 0 degrees Celsius will have some pressure. It will have some temperature. This ratio will be some constant. This again, this is P1, T1. This will have some pressure, which is P2. Then it will have some temperature, which is T2. But the ratio again, this will be same. That means we can equate P1 upon T1 is equal to P2 upon T2. P1 upon T1 is equal to P2 upon T2. Now, I hope you know what you have to find. You have to find P2 and the other three variables, that is P1, T1, and T2. These all are given. So now just rearrange this equation and solve. Send the answer in chat. Send the answer in chat. Okay, somebody has sent me the answer. Shravya. Okay. Yeah, I think it is fine. Yes, Shravya, it is correct. Okay, so waiting for others.
Sir, T1 will be 0, right?
Science में Kelvin scale, na? You have to convert it into Kelvin scale first. Asma, you may not be knowing about Kelvin scale, na? Or do you know?
273, I think.
Yeah. If 0 degrees Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin. It's fine. I mean, if you are not comfortable, it's fine. Just wait for a few minutes and I will solve it. Okay. You may try, obviously, you may try, but don't panic. No one else is giving me any answer. What is this, guys? Khalid is giving me some answer. No, Khalid, not correct. So let me write all the information. We have P1, which is 107 kilopascal. T1, which is 273, right? 273
Yes, sir.
Kelvin. Then we have P2, which we don't know. P2 is P2. Then we have T2, which is 373 Kelvin. Yes, Salman, that is correct. Very good, that is correct. Now, if I will rearrange this, T2 will be equal to P1 T2 upon P1. P1 is 107. I'll write the kilopascal later into 273 Kelvin divided by, this will be 373. Na? Yes, Asma, that is correct. Very good. Asma, that is correct. 373, this will be 273 Kelvin. So Kelvin and Kelvin can cancel each other out. Then we will have the answer in kilopascal. Khalid, you got this? 107 into 373. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Khalid? Divided by 273.
Yes, sir.
So you did some mistake in calculating, na? Okay, look out, look out. You have done some mistake in calculation. Okay, so this will be around 146. kilopascal. 146 kilopascal. And in this chapter, calculation is something that you have to do. You cannot avoid calculation. Shravya, I think you're using, you're calculating by hand. You're not using calculator or something? Or are you using calculator?
I use Pascal method. Sir, here it is in kilopascal, right? So I converted it to Pascal.
That wouldn't make anything easier, na? That won't change the calculation, right?
No, sir.
Exactly, that's what I'm asking. You have CBSE school, na?
Yes, sir.
I'm just asking because ICSE schools में पता है, all of you will be very jealous of them. Calculator allowed होता है. Did you guys know about this?
No.
No, sir.
Yeah. In the ICSE schools in 11th and 12th, you can use calculator. Now all of you are thinking about your decision to take admission in a CBSE school. Are there ICSE schools also? In Middle East? Qatar में है, Asma?
Sir, I'm not sure. Matlab, there are only like 14 Indian schools and Indian schools only. I'm not sure about if they're CBSE or not. But mostly I think they're CBSE affiliated schools only.
Okay. Hamza, what do you? Do you have any idea of ICSE schools in Riyadh?
Riyadh?
No?
No, sir, I don't think here it will, because mostly I have seen here CBSE schools.
CBSE schools. Okay, Irfan is saying there is one in Oman. Shravya, do you know about that? You have not heard about that.
So what?
ICSE school in Oman?
So I'm not sure, but mostly it is CBSE itself.
Mostly it is CBSE only. Okay. But just so that you can advise your younger sibling or someone that ICSE में ले लो, calculator allowed होता है वहाँ पे. And ICSE they give, CBSE is also lenient in marking, but ICSE is more lenient in marking. That is anecdotal in the sense that I'm just talking with experience. I don't know, मतलब उनके ऐसे लिखा हुआ नहीं रहता है कहीं पे कि ICSE ज़्यादा मार्क्स देगा, CBSE कम मार्क्स देगा. Just on. Okay. Right, the fourth one, which is Avogadro's law. A little part of Avogadro's law you must have learnt in the first chapter also. Okay. This is equal volume of, please write this with me, equal volume of all gases. Equal volume of all gases under similar conditions of temperature and pressure have same number of moles. Have what? They have same number of moles. That means the volume is directly proportional to number of moles. But please remember the reverse is not true. If I increase the volume, the number of moles will not increase. The number of moles will be constant only. But if I increase the number of moles, then obviously the volume will increase. Obviously the volume will increase. Okay, so you have volume. It is directly proportional to what? Number of moles. Volume is directly proportional to number of moles. Hence we can see volume is equal to, let's write a constant, that is 4 into n number of moles. Now, related to this Avogadro law, there is one term that you have learned in first chapter, that is molar volume. You guys remember this term, molar volume?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? Yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
remember that, right? Molar volume. So molar volume क्या है? Molar volume is the volume of 1 mole of gas at a particular temperature and pressure. Volume of 1 mole of gas at a particular temperature and pressure. At a particular temperature and pressure. Asma, since you have just joined MES, you would not be knowing any of your seniors, no?
No, sir, not at all.
Not at all. You must be knowing only people around your community where you live. I think that's what happens in Middle East. Complex.
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
So, it is same everywhere, yeah, Hamza? There also you just know people around your complex and where you live.
No, sir. Like in school, I know my seniors as well.
But you have been studying in the same school na, for a very long time.
No, sir. Actually, I studied with them too, but because of my hifz, my 1 year was dropped.
अच्छा your 1 year was dropped. अच्छा तो वो senior नहीं हुए ना फिर तो दोस्ती हुए.
Yes, like I have friends in my section as well and the section senior to me as well.
Okay. What about you, Khalid and Salman? You have been in Ibn al-Haytham for a long time.
Yeah, from the starting.
From the starting. So you must be knowing seniors. No, I think.
Yeah,
Salman, you know?
I know a lot of seniors.
What about you, Khalid? I have heard about Khalid. Khalid is a famous student in his school. Is that right, Salman?
I don't know how far that's true.
You don't know that's true. I've just ever. I mean, I teach your seniors now, so they know Khalid. They know Khalid. But Khalid is not aware of this.
No, like most of all of the students that come to you, probably maybe they know Anis, some sir. Okay, so
Okay.
all of us go to the same tuition. So sometimes we get to go together, something like that.
Okay. Fine. So molar volume. Now in molar volume, we have to define a particular temperature and pressure, and then at that temperature and pressure, the 1 mole of gas, it will acquire some kind of volume. It will acquire some kind of volume. So there are a few standards that IUPAC have defined. There are a few standards. So that is one of the standards you have learned in the first chapter. That is STP, standard temperature and pressure. Standard temperature and pressure, we say this as STP. So this STP has the temperature as, temperature here is 0 degrees Celsius or 273 Kelvin. To be exact, 273.15 Kelvin. The pressure is taken as 1 atm. And at this temperature and pressure, if I had 1 mole of any gas, the volume was found out to be how much, guys? Do you guys remember molar volume?
22.4 liters.
Yeah, 22.4
2.4.
liters. Yeah, liters per mole. Okay, liters per mole. But there was a few problems with this particular standard. 1 atm, initially, the scientists, they thought that 1 atm is fine because everywhere there is 1 atm pressure. And all of the reactions at that time, we didn't have any instrument where we can maintain some kind of pressure. Okay, so we were only dependent on the atmospheric pressure. So at that time, 1 atmospheric pressure was fine. But then came some devices where you can maintain 2 atmospheric pressure, or not 2 atmospheric pressure, but bars of pressure, because bar is more, what I can say, standardized unit, because 1 bar is equal to 10 to the power 5 Pascal. And what is 1 Pascal? Pascal is Newton per meter square. Yes, guys? Newton per meter square. Now, I hope you can understand that it is very easy if I can just feed in the computer or any device 1 Newton per meter square, 2 Newton per meter square. It can understand very perfectly. But when I am going to do this with ATM, ATM is 1.01325 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. I mean, obviously, it is almost like 1 bar. It is almost like 1 bar, but there is slight difference. There is a slight difference. Okay. And chemistry is a subject of preciseness. We chemists, we say 0.100 picometer and 0.110 picometer. These are very different things. But if you write it in decimals with meter, then you will be writing, for pico, you have how many zeros? 12 zeros. And then after 12 zero, you will have 1. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. 1 0 and 1 1. So we say that this is very different things, and we give reasons for this also. So chemistry is a science of preciseness. That is why IUPAC in 1976, I think that was the year, it gave a new standard where it was easy to feed in the pressure that we want to maintain. So the temperature was kept as constant, that is 0 degrees Celsius or 273.15 Kelvin, but the pressure was changed to 1 bar. Okay, so this is old.
That's the NTP.
NTP name, that is not NTP. This is STP only. This is old definition of STP. This is the new definition of STP. This is the revised.
Yes.
definition. The volume is how much? If I change the pressure to 1 bar, it becomes 22.7
2.7.
liters per mole. 7 liters per mole. Okay. So this is standard temperature and pressure. Now, when you talk about NTP now, so somewhere you will see normal temperature and pressure. They have defined it just like STP only. Okay, just like STP only. In some books, you will see that. NTP and STP, they have not even differentiated between NTP and STP. So I don't use that STP word. No, sorry, I use STP. I don't use NTP. What I use is standard ambient temperature and pressure, SATP. Ambient temperature and pressure means what? Ambient means generally what is the temperature in the ambience, in the environment, in the surrounding. So temperature is usually, the average is 25 degrees Celsius, and the pressure at that point, I mean, average pressure is how much? 1 atmospheric pressure. Okay. So after STP, you will write, second one, which is standard ambient temperature and pressure, SATP. The temperature here is 25 degrees Celsius.
Sir, what's
और-
the meaning of ambient?
Ambient का मतलब ambience, you know the word ambience or no?
No, sir.
Ambience मतलब surrounding. आपके आसपास जो होता है ना वातावरण is environment, but surrounding is known as ambience. So ambient means of surrounding. Standard ambient temperature and pressure, 298.15 Kelvin. The pressure is 1 atm, and when we have temperature as 25 degrees Celsius, pressure as 1 atm and 1 mole of gas, its volume comes out to be 27 point, no, I think this is 24.78 liters per mole. Write this down, let me know if you're done. The two standards. This is more important, obviously, this is more important. Whenever you are talking about molar volume, in the context of states of matter, you will write the whole this definition, okay? The old one, and this is the new one. So you have to write both of these. But when we are talking in terms of the chapter 1, you will use this particular, in numericals, you will use this, okay? In numericals, you will use this. At definition, you have to write both. Okay, Hiba is done. Waiting for others.
Done, sir.
Done, everyone is done?
Yes, sir, done.
Okay. Now let us write relationship between density and molar mass. Relationship between density and molar mass. Density and molar mass. So from the first chapter, we know that number of moles is equal to the given mass, and here given mass of the gas divided by the molar mass of the gas. Okay. And right now we have learned that volume is what? It is equal to some constant. We have written this as K4 into the number of moles. Now we will substitute this for number of moles. So volume will be equal to the volume of gas is equal to K4 into the mass of gas divided by the molar mass of gas. I'm just rearranging this, keeping the molar mass here, and the volume will go below the given mass. That is the mass of the gas divided by the volume of the gas. Molar mass is K into, So I can say molar mass is equal to K into the density. K into the density. Hence, you can write a point. Density is directly proportional to density is directly proportional to molar mass. Write this down. Let me know if you're done. Okay, Shravya is done. Irfan, are you following? आ रहा है आपको? Yes, Mohammed Irfan.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you guys done? Is there anyone who is still writing? Is there anyone who is still writing? No, no one is writing. Okay. Now we will combine all of the laws that we have learned and write the ideal gas law. Rather, first of all, let us define what is ideal gas. What is an ideal gas? Please write with me. The gas which obeys Boyle's law. Yes, Shravya. The gas which obeys Boyle's law, Charles' law, and Avogadro's law strictly is known as what? It is known as ideal gas. And you can observe here that we have not mentioned the Gay-Lussac law. You will understand why we have not mentioned the Gay-Lussac law while we are doing the derivation. It's just that we don't need the Gay-Lussac law in order to get the ideal gas equation. That is why we don't put it in the definition. But ideal gas law, it also follows Gay-Lussac law. Okay, it's just that we don't need it in the definition. It doesn't mean that it does not follow the Gay-Lussac law. Next, right, derivation of.
So what is the graph of Gay-Lussac's law known as?
What is the graph of
Gay-Lussac's law.
Gay-Lussac law? We have just learned now. What is Gay-Lussac law? It gives the relationship
No,
between.
sir, the name of the graph. Like for Boyle's law, we had iso.
It is isochore. Okay, so these
Okay, sir.
plots, when volume is plots where volume is constant, is called isochore. Okay, isochore. Now, derivation of ideal gas law. Derivation of ideal gas law. Now we'll use the first of all the Boyle's law. According to Boyle's law, the volume is inversely proportional to pressure. Volume is inversely proportional to pressure. And let's suppose this is the first equation that we want to use. Then the second one, according to Charles' law, volume is directly proportional to temperature. Third is according to Avogadro's law. Volume is directly proportional to number of moles. Volume is directly proportional to number of moles. Now we have to combine 1, 2, and 3. And let us look here. So I can say volume is what? Volume is directly proportional to N into T by P. If I rearrange this, I can write pressure into volume is directly proportional to number of moles into temperature. Now just we have to put a proportionality constant. This proportionality constant is known as R. R is universal gas constant. Why universal? Because it is same for all gas. That means the value of this R will be same for all the gases. Okay. So write this much derivation. The topic is what? Derivation of ideal gas equation. So we have seen everything here. We have seen what we know, what is pressure, what is volume, what is number of moles, what is temperature. We have just a new term here, that is R. We will learn about R after you are done writing this. Yes, this is also known as combined gas law. Yes, Shravya. Yes, Salman is done. Asma and Irfan, just waiting for you guys.
Done, sir.
Done.
Done, sir.
Let us write universal gas constant. That is R. Okay, universal gas constant, that is R. So the ideal gas equation says PV is equal to nRT. PV is equal to nRT. So R will be equal to pressure into volume divided by number of moles into temperature. You can write this as pressure into volume divided by moles into temperature. What is pressure? Pressure is nothing but it is force upon area. Okay, into volume divided by moles into temperature. I can write force upon area as force upon length square, and for volume I can write it as length cube divided by moles into temperature. Now this L square can be cancelled, and you have force into length divided by moles into temperature. Now this force into length is what? Just force into distance only, right? F into D, because length is the unit for distance, divided by moles into temperature. Now, who will tell me what is force into distance?
Work done.
Work done, very good. Work upon moles into temperature. Work done, work upon moles into temperature. It means R is what R signifies. Please write R represents the work done per degree per mole. It means that, let's suppose we have some gas, and let's suppose we have 1 mole of gas, and it is in T degrees Celsius. It has temperature T. It has temperature T. Now, if I want to increase the temperature to T1, I want to give it to T plus 1. Okay, I want to have the temperature T plus 1. I have to give some kind of heat, or I have to do some work here. I have to apply some work. I have to give some work on the system, that is the gas, and R will represent how much work is done to increase 1 degree temperature per mole, to increase 1 degree temperature per mole. So this is what R represents. Write this down. Let me know if you're done. Waiting for Asma. Okay, waiting for Asma, Irfan, and Salman. Let me know, guys, if you're done.
Done, sir.
Now let us look at the units of R. Okay, let us look at the units of R. Obviously, the units for moles and temperature will never change, because the mole has the unit for mole only. Number of moles is mole. Temperature is Kelvin only. But for pressure and the volume, you may have some different values, right? Values of R, the universal gas constant. Right, number 1, R is equal to 0.0821 liter ATM per mole per Kelvin. Right, the second value, R is equal to, you can also write, if you want to have liters, not liters, but ml, then you can write 82.1 milliliter ATM per mole per Kelvin. Thirdly, right, R is equal to, in terms of when we want to use this R in terms of energy, then we can write it as 8.314 joules per mole per Kelvin. Fourth, R is equal to 0.0831 bar liter. Rather, you can also write liter bar per mole per Kelvin. Just write a very short note here that you should remember. 1 liter, if you see 1 liter somewhere and 1 dm cube, they both are same. Okay, so 1 liter is nothing but it is 1 dm cube. So if you can replace here this 0.0821 dm cube ATM per mole per Kelvin, so confuse mat ho jayega aap log. Okay, liter and dm cube is the same thing, the same quantity. Write this down, then we will do a problem. Okay, so I think everyone is done. Is there someone who is still writing? No, no one is writing. Okay. Now let us write a question. A sample of gas occupies a volume of 10 liter, at a pressure of 0.5 bar. At a pressure of 0.5 bar. Suppose at 40 degrees Celsius. At 40 degrees Celsius. Calculate the pressure. Calculate the pressure. Gas is compressed to 0.225 milliliters at -6 degrees Celsius. Try this for a while. Send the answer in chat if you get it, or let me know if you're stuck. Okay, let me know if you're stuck. Wait a second, just do one thing. Acha. Shravya got stuck in between. Shravya, can you, I mean, it will be very large difference here. Can you make it 1 liter? Can you guys make it more 1 liter? Try it with 1 liter, okay? 10 liter may very, it will be very vast difference. Difference in temperature and volume. Okay, fine. So I think that okay, is there anyone who is still stuck? Asma, any progress or no? Nothing.
Making progress. I mean, I'm not stuck anywhere yet.
Okay, fine. What about you, Hamza?
Doing it, not stuck.
Not stuck. Okay, Salman,
Not stuck yet.
not stuck yet. Okay, fine. So Shravya, आप भी थोड़ा सा है ना कीजिए. You also try a bit. First of all, you make scenarios. Okay, first of all, you make scenarios. I mean, what is very helpful for me when I was in 11th standard, that I used to make the photos here like this. So a sample of gas has volume 1 liter. So I will make a box like this. Okay, I will make a box like this, and I will write the volume is equal to 1 liter. Pressure of gas is 0.5. So I will write pressure is equal to 0.5 at 40 degrees Celsius. Then temperature is equal to, now for 40 we have to change, right? For 40 we have to change. So 273 T313 Kelvin. Temperature will be
Yes,
313 Kelvin. Okay. Now then I am changing this particular thing to some small volume, because the volume here is V1, P1, T1. V2 is equal to 0.225 ml. And rather than 225, I have to keep the units same. Okay. So we will write 225, 2.25 into 10 to the power minus 4. No? Yeah, minus 4 liters. And then P2 is equal to how much? We have to calculate the pressure. So we have to find the P2. And compressed to temperature will be equal to how much? T2 will be equal to 273 minus 267 Kelvin. Since the number of moles will be same, so I will write number of moles is equal to N. Here also number of moles will be equal to N. Okay, then I will apply the ideal gas equation for both of them. So I will write P1 V1 is equal to N R T1. You will write P2 V2. Here I will write P2 V2 is equal to N R T2. Okay, any doubt till here, anyone?
No, sir.
You may be doing with some other way. You may have skipped this whole thing, but I just want to keep this picture in mind, that you understand what is happening here. Okay, you may have directly started with the equation that you have got from the previous examples that we did. Irfan, I mean, yeah, correct. So who has given me an answer? I have got. Wait a second, Shravya. Don't hurry. Don't hurry. Don't hurry. Hamza one. Is it bar, Hamza? Hamza.
Yes, sir.
आपका यहाँ पे कुछ गलती हुआ है, I think. We have not converted the volume. The volumes are different now.
Yes, sir.
The units are different there. Okay, fine. So all of you will see here that I can write this as P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to NR. And here I can write P2 V2 upon T2 is equal to NR. Yes or no, Sharavya? No, Irfan.
Yes, sir.
Something
We
is
can
wrong.
equate now.
Now we can equate now. So now we can write P1 V1.
Yes.
So you don't need the values of N and you don't need the values of R also, right?
Yes, sir.
It's equal to P2 V2 divided by T2. Implies that P2 will be equal to P1 V1 T2 upon P1 V2. Yes, Asma, very good. Correct. Very good. That's right, Asma. So you are fine with this, Asma, right?
Yes, sir. I'm
You're
okay.
understanding it. Yeah. Calculate, guys. Okay, calculate. And always remember what I say. You have to first of all eliminate the units. If you don't eliminate the units, you will be making mistake. That's what Hamza did. Hamza, did you get the right answer now? I have not seen your answer. Are you redoing the whole thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So either you can, I mean, directly identify the equation which is going to be used, or you have to do this whole thing. I mean, it is very good idea if you do this whole thing so that you don't make any mistake. If you are directly going to this part, obviously this will be faster, but this is an error prone method. Chances of making mistake if you go directly, if you can miss a point, you can add some quantities. Okay, so this is error prone. But if you go like this, the chances of mistakes, it really becomes low. No, okay. No, Khalid, that's not right. Shravya has given me some weird answer. I have to calculate the whole thing. Wait a second. That 100. You have approximated, I think, Shravya, right? Yes, and okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's around 1900. You're getting the answer as 1900.
Yes, sir.
It's fine. Okay, so what is P1? P1 is 0.5 bar, right? Then we have V1, which is 1 liter. After that, we have T2. T2 is 267 Kelvin. Then we have T1. T1 is 313 Kelvin into V2 is, I can write 0.225 into 10 to the power minus 3 liters. So liters and liters will cancel out each other. Kelvin and Kelvin will cancel out each other. The only thing that will remain will be bar. The only thing that will remain will be bar. Now we need to calculate this. 0.5 into 267 divided by 313 into 0.225. Yeah, approximately correct, Salman. Into 10 to the power minus 3 bar. 10 to the power minus 3 bar. Now, calculation is something that you have to do, right? Calculation is something that you have to do. You can do some approximation, but Khalid, you are not converting rightly. You're missing this 10 to the power minus 3, I think. Khalid.
No, sir. I put
What?
it up to make
So
it
it will
10
be.
power.
हाँ तो वो लिखिएगा तब no. You have not written na that it is 18.9 into 10 to the power 3. If you have 18.9 into 10 to the power 3, that's fine. 10 to the power 3. That means 9 and then zeros. No. That would make it 18900 ना? That's wrong. No. कुछ गड़बड़ हो रहा है आपका. See, for calculation, what I will do now, I will simplify this. I mean, approximate it to this way. 0.5 into 265 divided by 315. Or rather, I can do 310 also. 310 into 0.225. 10 to the Hamza, mistake. 10 to the minus 3 है ना, ये ऊपर जाएगा तो क्या हो जाएगा 10 to the power plus 3. So now you have to just calculate this part here. So for 5s, I'll start with here. So 6 5s are 30, right? 6 5s are 30 and yes or no? 5 into 62, it will be equal to 3 and 110. Then 26. 5s and 3s, correct? Now 5, this will be 1s and this will be 5. How much? 0.45. Now you just need to divide 62 by 53 and 1 by 5, then you have to multiply this by 2. You will have 53 divided by 62. Which is equal to 0.854. 855, let us say. And this is divided by 0.45, na? 0.45. Into 10 to the power 3. Now 855. So 171 it will be here. 171 divided by 9. 171 divided by 9. 10 to the power 3. So this is equal to 19 into 10 to the power 3 bar. So approximately this is the answer. Accurately, the answer is 1895.6 bar. So obviously we are very near to the answer. Write this down. Let me know if you're done. Let me know if you're done, guys. Okay. Most of you are done. Done. Okay. All right. Another question. See, the calculation will be there. Okay. So please bear with the calculation. Don't hurry. Write a question. At 25 degrees Celsius and 760 mm of and 760 mm of Hg pressure, a gas occupies 600 ml of volume. What will be the pressure? What will be the pressure of gas? What will be the pressure of gas at a height where temperature is 10 degrees Celsius and volume of gases is 640 ml. So again, you will make a box like this. We have 600 ml. Okay. Here we have what? What do we have here? The volume is equal to, the V1 is equal to 600 ml. What is the pressure? Pressure is equal to, see, they have given 670 mm of Hg, right? So you know that 670 mm of Hg is what? It is what? 1 bar, right? Yes or no? 670 mm is 1 bar or 1 atm. You have that sheet in front of you. I told you guys now. Look and tell me in the chat now. 760 mm of Hg is 1 bar or 1 atm.
So 1 atm.
Yes, guys. All of you see that?
Yes, sir.
All of you saw that,
Yes,
right?
sir.
This pressure one is, we'll take this as 1 atm. Okay, this is 1 atm. So they have given us the, okay, temperature. Temperature will be what? At 25 degrees Celsius, that means 298 Kelvin. A gas occupies 600 ml, and the number of moles is equal to N. We're going to increase the volume. The volume is increased, so we'll write V2 is equal to 640 ml. The P2 is equal to, we have to find the P2. T1, no, T2. T2 is how much? 10 degrees Celsius. That means 283 Kelvin. Number of moles is same, that is N. You will apply the PV is equal to nRT. So P1 V1 is equal to NR P1. Here also you will write P1 V1 is equal to, sorry, P2 V2 NR T2. Okay. Now for both of them, you can write P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to N into R. Here also P2 V2 upon T2 is equal to NR. चलिए इसको कीजिए, है ना? Same type of question. It's completely same. Do this. Let me know if you're done. Okay. Okay, Khalid has given me one answer. Salman is also giving me the same type of answer. Let us see. देखते हैं. Salman and Khalid, can you convert it to mm of Hg?
Yeah, okay, sir.
to ATM into
Chat.
Pascal.
Yes, what are you saying? I'm just asking you to convert into mm of Hg, na? You have the conversion factor with you. That's what I told you guys, na? You should write in some other paper, have it in your hands reach. What do we have here? We have the same thing, right? P2 is equal to P1, then B1, T2 divided by V2, T1. So this will be equal to what? We have what is pressure 1 atm into the V1 is 600 ml into 283, na? T2 is, yeah. Divided by V2. V2 is how much? 640.
Sir, I have sent answer.
Okay, I will see. Into 298. Kelvin, ml can go. The zero will go. Let's see what answer you have given. You have to, I mean, in ATM, na, Shravya? At least
Yes, I
go.
have also sent in MM
No,
of HG.
no. But in ATM, now you have approximated like very hugely. So what you have to do now, you have to have at least 2 non-zero numbers after the digits. Okay,
Okay, sir.
two digit after the decimal. Yeah. After the decimal point, you will have
Yes, sir.
just get one more number, then you will understand that it's quite different. And then tell me the answer. What about you guys? Hamza, Hiba, आप लोग तो जवाब ही नहीं दे रहे हैं बिल्कुल, कैलकुलेशन नहीं कर रहे हैं आप लोग.
Sir, I forgot what's the
You're doing it.
converting. Okay.
हाँ तो it is in your copy ना, Salman?
Yeah, I can find.
You can't find? Or you
Yeah,
can
sir.
find?
To what again?
You can find ना?
Yeah, I can.
हमने तो कहा ही था, वो जो कन्वर्जन फैक्टर है प्रेशर के, उसको आप लिख के रखिए, इस्तेमाल होंगे अलग से एक शीट में. Yes, Shravya, did you get the answer in ATM?
Yes, I'm converting it to MM of HG.
How much ATM is this? Tell now. How much ATM?
Sir, I got 0.89.
है ना, तो you see ना, because now you converted 0.8 into the mm of Hg and 0.89. It's very different. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Because if I will round this off, this will be 0.80. Sorry, this will be 0.90. I'm really sorry. Yes. So this is approximately. No, Asma, that is fine. It's okay. You don't need to convert now because you have not learned the initial lessons. Na? You have not seen the initial lectures. It's fine if you get 0.89. So there is, let us just write one thing here. You can write, Asma, that 1 ATM is equal to 760 mm of Hg. 760 mm of Hg. Okay. So 0.89 ATM will be equal to 0.89 into 760 mm of Hg. So you will get the answer as 676.4 mm of Hg. Yeah, Salman. Hamza is getting quite a large value, Hamza, 684.
Sir, I have taken the 0.89 as 0.90. So that's why.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, fine. Then, okay. Now write one last topic. Alternative form of ideal gas equation. So we have PV is equal to nRT. We can write PV is equal to the mass of gas divided by the molar mass of gas into RT, and we can write PM is equal to mass of gas divided by volume of gas into RT, and hence we will get PM is equal to DRT, where this M is what? Molar mass of gas, and this D is what? Density of gas. You can remember this as dirty PM. So we have another relationship that is between the molar mass, that involves the molar mass and the density in the ideal gas equation. Okay, so dirty PM. PM is equal to DRT.
Done, sir.
Done? Everyone is done? Is there anyone who is still writing? Salman, Hamza, Hiba, Shravya, anyone? Done? Okay,
Done,
fine.
sir.
Okay.
Done, sir.
So that is it for today. Acha, wait a second. Let me write the timings now. Okay, Aisha, this is for you. Most important, this is for you, Aisha. Today and Sunday. Is it fine if I write the timings in Indian Standard Time?
Yes, sir.
You can convert it. Okay, Saturday, Sunday. We have classes from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Okay, so this is of 2 hours, and we do term 2. Okay, and then we have on Tuesday
Sir,
and Thursdays, na?
Timings will change
Indian.
from.
अरे भाई आप तो उधर ही फोकस करते हैं जहां नहीं करना चाहिए. ये भी तो देखिए. What is this?
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, क्या समझ में आया बताइए. खालिद?
Timing will be different
Timing will be different.
for us. Like, no,
For us?
if we convert it into.
हाँ, मतलब ये Indian Standard Time है. This is Indian Standard Time. Yeah, timing is same for everyone. And then we have on Tuesday and Thursday from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. again IST. This is of 1 hour, and here we learn term 1. And there are some who don't, who just attend the term 2 syllabus. They are not attending the term 1. So just to tell you guys, on Tuesday we will be starting redox reaction, na? Hamza, Hiba?
Yes, sir.
Redox reaction. So if anyone wants to join, and if they have some doubts that they want to clear about redox reaction, they can join. Okay, this is especially for Shravya, and because Shravya is attend, and Asma. And it's okay if you don't want to attend also. Okay, it's okay if you don't want to attend. It's okay if you want to attend, because it is term 1. But
Okay,
still, I will recommend that you attend this if you have some doubts.
So
Then we can
Tuesday
create
and
that.
Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday we have from 10 this is IST, please convert it, okay?
Yes. sir.
11 है ना, तो असल में इंडिया में 11 बज गया तो मेरा दिमाग अब थोड़ा सा ऑफ होने लगता है. आई कांट डू कन्वर्जन. हम 2.5 घंटे घटाने की जगह बढ़ा के बता देंगे, कुछ नहीं हो जाएगी. सो यू राइट दिस टाइमिंग, convert it, and again you always have Nishkarsh sir. You can ask Nishkarsh sir about the link, about the past videos, about the past chapters, okay? So you can message him all the time. Asma, you
Yes.
have contact of Nishkarsh sir?